Hello again guys. Entirely too long ago, a company called LimeFuel reached out to me and asked if I was interested in taking a look at one of their devices. This is actually it. Like I said, it's been a little while back. I had it since late last year and I unfortunately completely forgot to make the video about it. I have been using it quite a bit and as you can see here, this is the model L180X Pro. The 180 there means it's 18,000. Let me pull in close so you can see that. 18,000 milliamp hours of power. The input it takes is 2 amps, but it puts out 4.2 amps, a total of a max of 2.4 amps per port because there's 4 ports on it. It's not unheard of, but it's very, very rare to see in a device, especially one of this size. It's not absolutely massive, as you can see just compared next to my hand. It's not all that big. Now, as you might imagine, something like this, with this amount of power, what am I going to do with something like this? Well, that brings me to why this video has taken so long to come up. Because what I ended up doing with it is, not sure if you guys remember or not, but I made a video before CES last year talking about this bag. This is the Tilt Energy Backpack, and the Tilt comes with a built-in battery. This is a 10,000 milliamp hour battery with 3 ports on it, and all of these ports are not 2.4 amp ports. I think one of these ports is a 1 amp. Actually, 2 of the ports are 1 amp and 1 is 2 amp, I think, because one's an iPad port, the other 2 are iPhone or iPod ports. So what I ended up doing is I actually took the LimeFuel, because look at the sizes. They're practically the same. This one's 10,000, this one's 18,000. So we'll just kind of shove that one off to the side. I ended up opening up this bag, plopping the LimeFuel right in here, just where the other would belong, because like I said, they practically match up identically. And there you go. Even the little button lines up with the button from the original Tilt battery. And then I can plug in 4 devices now instead of 3, so my backpack becomes infinitely more useful and usable, and it works for a much, much longer period of time. Now, when you do order the LimeFuel battery, you end up getting 1 cable to go along with it. This has a very interesting end on it for a USB cable. It doesn't have all the shielding around it, but it does definitely get the job done. And the other end, you might have noticed, is a lightning cable, but it's not. It is and it isn't. It's also a micro USB cable, so this is extremely handy to have if you're carrying around multiple different devices. If you've got, for example, an iPad, an iPad mini, or an iPhone and an Android tablet, or maybe an iPad and an Android phone. My little boy has an iPad mini, and I've got lots of Android phones and tablets, so having both of these in 1 cable has been definitely indispensable. But I do end up inevitably taking other cables along with me, so I take a couple of micro USB cables and then a lightning cable that can become a micro USB cable, and this thing just absolutely eats it up. And just in case it is worth mentioning, it does have an LED up here on the top. If you need a flashlight or something, just double tap it, you get a little flashlight. It's not insanely bright or anything, but double tap it does turn back off. Then you tap once to get your battery charge status. Just shows you how much charge you've got left in this massive, massive battery pack. And just to give you a little feel for the device itself, I'm gonna plug my little Legion meter in here and show you charging the 1+1 with it at the moment. It starts out at a little over 1 amp. That's just the 1+1 for you. And then after a few seconds, it should jump up to, yeah, jumps up to about 1.8, 1.9. I saw it hit as high as 2 amps there. So very, very nice there. Lots of power output. This, like I said, is capable of up to 2.4 amps output per port. It should be good for the grand majority of applications that you would have for a battery like this. Definitely worth taking a look at if you have not already. They're available on Amazon for $49.99. I will have a link down in the video description for you to check that out if you're interested. And like I said, I have been using this pretty much nonstop when I travel in my backpack ever since I got it. And it has held up very well. I mean, keeping it in a little pouch, it definitely works. But I've also carried it around in my pocket a little bit. It's a bit heavy to carry around in a pocket, a little bit hefty for that, but it does get the job done. 18,000 milliamp hours of power for 50 bucks. And you've got lots and lots of power that'll last you all night long into the next day. If you like this, definitely give me a thumbs up down below the video. Subscribe to receive more videos when they become available. Thanks so much for watching though, and I will see you again next time.